We're heading back home. We're getting down Yelagiri hills right now. The person sitting near where we got the photo was so mean. I went and asked him if he can take the photo for us because we're all like, all of us want to be in the frame next to the bikes. And he just said, no, I won't take. I was like, damn, okay, no worries. And then since my sister was here, she took the first photo and then I took a selfie. By the way, if you want to see these photos, they're in Instagram, so you can follow me up there and check them photos. It looks like we still have almost half a tank, a little less than half tank, pretty sure. The way I overtake in ghats, is very simple. What I do is I look at the opposite direction from quite far since it's curvy. Oh, look at that. Blue R15. It was like a light blue. Talk about leaning the bike. Pretty sure the lean angle was quite crispy. Let me see. Look at that view, man. I'm not sure how high we are right now, like the altitude. I think I might be able to fetch that data. I'll put it up in the YouTube. But yeah, insane, no? I feel like sunrise would have been much more cooler. Who puts an horn like that? That's like a car unlock sound. Look at that. And with that, I believe we have come to an end of our Yelagiri twisties. Get a status. Very bad, very bad. What is your take on the trip so far? Your experience?
बहुत अच्छा था बट हीट वेव बहुत ज़्यादा है तो फट रही है थोड़ी सी बाकी का देखते हैं अभी ऑलमोस्ट 100 किलोमीटर ट्रैवल करना है तो विल सी क्या
What is this new discovery about this engine oil that you were telling?
आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर कि ये कैसे आया बट वी विल फाइंड आउट कि ये घर तक जा पाता है कि नहीं विल सी
What is the difference between from when you left and from now?
The difference when I left was कि भाई ठंड लग रही थी बहुत तेज,
अभी गर्मी लग रही
अब बहुत तेज गर्मी लग रही है.
है रियल ब्रो
This is called real dual phase. How are you feeling right now?
स्लीप
Go.
स्लीपी ब्रो व्हाट इज दिस
How are you feeling right now?
Very tired, like I'll fall off.
You have a thought, let's cover it. You will also fall off. What is the problem? Everybody is sleeping. The ETA is 2 hours 13 minutes. And as I've earlier mentioned, we're still on our first fuel tank. We have traveled approximately 250 kilometers. We're definitely getting good mileage. The definition of good will be calculated later after I reach back home. Oh, no. There'll be better days. There'll be better days. Girl, you thought you should be. Alright, we just stopped for snacks at this mud cafe. Mud cup cafe, I think. Something around that only. And the food was okay. I mean, I didn't really have much. I only had the fries, which were good. If you were to come, I would recommend. Not this place. Definitely not ghar ka khana. Very terrible food it was. But what we went now was fine. I don't have fuel, but I'm not gonna fuel up. I'm gonna go home and fuel up because we have 40 kilometers left, and I can definitely travel that much in reserve. So I wanna do one full tank after we go home, so that we have an idea of how much fuel we put in the bike. I'll keep the visor open actually. Let good wind come. We're not traveling very fast, so I don't see the odds of anything happening. If it happens, then it happens. Look at the birds. Nice pattern they've made. They're flying with us. They're coming home. Never mind, I do need to have my visor closed. As you can see, the map says closed right now because I know the route back. So, I mean, in fact, I did know most of the route to come here as well. I knew the route till we had to take the diversion near the Pondicherry road because I went to Pondicherry twice recently in car, and I know the route. Also, because Bolumla also is on the same stretch of road itself. just a little earlier basically. We have almost reached Atibale. We're at the toll pretty much. If I'm not wrong, we're like maybe 1 to 2 kilometers away from the toll. And from the toll, our house is, I think, 10 to 12 kilometers. The roads are nice. And since it's the evening, the illumination also will be pretty good. We don't have to worry too much about humps like we did on the morning while coming. If I'm not wrong, after those lights, no, is the toll. Because those are restaurants. We'll check. Anyway, we have to go through this road only. The other alternative is we go through Hosur instead of crossing Hosur. If I'm not wrong, this is Hosur. Instead of crossing Hosur, we go through the city of Hosur and then hit Malur and then go through our Devangundi and all of that. But then the road of that is not really that nice. This one is a lot better. So I'd rather. Oh, damn. There was a big chunk of stone that came and hit my helmet. I don't know. I couldn't see the stone, but I heard it. I feel like there's a scratch on my visor actually. Oh no, that was just dust. But then I definitely heard the stone hitting my helmet. Yes, we're definitely very close to the toll. That's Ravi, by the way. They're short bikes. He's now riding the Bullet 350. Also, this was basically one ride, but I was able to get as much content as I could for you guys. You have my general vlog, you have my ASMR videos of this bike, you have the ASMR videos of the Bullet 350, and three types of content essentially. So if you guys want something more or don't want something, let me know. I'll check. Oh, you see the mountain temple? This is the first few things that we were seeing. We had spotted on the way. People have started dangerously speeding, man. If I'm not wrong. No, we have to cross. So the Hosur road that I was telling, for that we have to go in the service road here. And instead of taking the bridge, we go under the bridge. And then we basically go like a right and then basically like a right angle. Take a right, go straight and then take a left and then go straight. Yes, the green board indicates the toll. 500 meters from toll or 1 kilometer from toll, one of those. I think it's 1 kilometer. Go to Tamil Nadu. Nice. Also, now that I think about it, the vehicle we saw on the day we were traveling, on the episode that we were traveling towards Yelagiri, was definitely the SF, the Gixxer SF 160. So I'll again quickly give you a summary of the ride. So we started the ride at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I left from Whitefield and my other friends left from TC Palya, Kerpuram, around that region. And the bike lineup was the GT 650, which is ours, the Interceptor 650, which is Siddharth Tiwari's, and the Pulsar AS 200, which is Ravi's, and we had the Bullet 350, which is Humaid's, and we had the Avenger 220, which was Dhanush's. So we had 5 bikes and we were 10 people. We started at around 4 a.m. and we reached Yelagiri at around 9:30, I believe. So we did take 5 hours almost. We were going extremely slow. We took stops for coffees here and there twice, I think. But not like we were not tired, but we were just wanting to drink coffees. Plus, it was cold, so we had all of that. And then on the way, after we reached Yelagiri, we decided to first visit the bird park. I think the bird park name was only Yelagiri Bird Park. And yeah, sorry. Like I was saying, the bird park name itself is Yelagiri Bird Park. I noticed that there were 3-4 other bird parks, but the one that we went to was kind of like the first one that you are greeted with. I don't remember the name, but I'll put it down so that you guys have information of where I went. And once we entered the bird park, we had a quick tour around the bird parks. It had other animals as well. It had a snake, a reptile basically. It had a snake, it had an ignon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, it had that. And it had turtles. It had 2 snakes. Both of them were pythons, but they were one was older, one was younger. And we got some nice photos and videos. And apart from that, there were birds as well. There were quite a lot of birds. There were ostriches. There were parrots, and then there were tiny parrots. There were the big parrots also. I forgot what they are called, what the species is, but there were those as well. And then there were the tiny parrots as well. And apart from that, what else did it have? It had rabbits, it had cats, it had dogs. It also had most domestic animals basically, plus a few not domestic animals. Wild animals basically, like snakes and all of that. And they also had camel and what else? Ostrich. What else? There were a lot of bird species. I wasn't able to. I'm not able to recall all of the species names. But if you guys would have checked the video out, you might have figured them out. Else, do check the video out. And apart from that, what else did we do? After we got out of the Yelagiri park, we looked around for breakfast and we couldn't find much, so we decided to come back to the way that we entered Yelagiri, and we got down the Yelagiri mountain and then the hill, sorry. And as soon as we got down the hill, there was a small town, which is where we ate breakfast. Actually, now that I recall, I think we had our breakfast in Yelagiri and then we got down. Or was it vice? No. We had breakfast in Yelagiri and then we came down. So since our breakfast was a little late, right? It was around 11:30, 12 o'clock. We weren't able to find much breakfast items. So half of the group had dosas and I had chicken biryani because it was available. And there were no other items for breakfast. There was only dosa, and dosa also they did not have masala and all of that. They only had plain dosa, onion dosa and egg dosa, and none of those were appetizing for me at that point. So I decided to have some biryani. By some I mean half plate. Since my sister was there as well, we split. God damn, boys. We're on a single fuel tank and we have done almost 300 kilometers, more than 300 in fact. I believe around 330 or 340. It's crazy.